Now that there's brand new Starlink service plans, which one is right for you? Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much once again joining me for tea time. Today we have a little bit of fireside. That's smokiness, guys. I hope you're joining me with your cup of tea, maybe a cup of coffee, hanging out, talking tech, talking photo, talking video. Today is I would say a tech day. We're talking about Starlink today and their brand new service plans. In the last live show, there was a lot of questions having to do with the brand new plans that SpaceX introduced for Starlink. Now, some of the items that used to be available, like portability, that was like $25 that you can add to your residential, which now they call Standard plan, is no longer available. So they added this priority access. So you have your residential, which they call Standard, and then you have priority, which is that now priority that gives you the ability to have faster speeds. And then you have mobility, and then you have mobility or mobile priority. Anyways, there are 4 different plans now available, and which one is right for you? And that is what a lot of the questions come down to. And I want to get into some of the things that I found today that not only goes over the different plans, but also there are discounts currently available if you want one of the big dishes that are for, let's say, commercial use. There's like $600 off. I want to get into that. There's a lot of different things that we want to cover in today's video. So I want to go pretty quickly. If not, this is going to turn into a long video, and we don't want that to happen. So before I get into it, I want to say that if you haven't downloaded any of my ebooks, as always, go check them out. They are free. Go over to JCristina.com/books. Also, if you want to say thank you for all of my hard work, there's a little thank you button down here that you can click. If not, that's fine. Consider becoming a member of the channel. That would be even better. Also, don't forget that we're doing these 3,000 push-up challenge currently for the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. All proceeds for that. Matter of fact, there's a donation button down below. Every single dime goes straight to St. Jude's for the kids that have cancer and the research to prevent cancer. So check that out. We're up to over $1,000 so far. We're trying to get to $3,000 for this month of May. So please contribute if you can. Also, if you enjoyed this content, even in the least, throw it a thumbs up. That would be helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click this little button over here. So when I go live on Fridays with my wife, you will be notified. And of course, also when a new video comes out, you'll be notified of it immediately. Supposedly, YouTube, they just don't do it. Only some people get these notifications. Anyways, click it anyways. Hopefully it works. One last thing, if you're looking for a VPN or better reliability or maybe even faster speed, go check out Speedify. Speedify gave us a promo code that will give you 20% off. Use promo code JCristina at checkout or just simply use my link, jcristina.com/speed. Anyways, I want to read to you a small portion of an article I read over on cord cutters and then dig in a little deeper like I always do. Now, before I get into this article, I want to ask one thing. Down below in the comment area, let me know what you think about not only this mic that you're hearing right now, which is the RE20. That is a radio mic that's going to most likely sound better, but then also this right here. You might not have even seen it. This is a lapel mic. It is a Comica wireless lapel mic. The reason why I'm testing this out is because a lot of you guys on the live feed on Friday said, hey, why don't you guys use a lapel mic, a wireless lapel mic, make it nice and easy instead of having these microphones. So I'm going to give it a shot. Let me know what this sounds like. And if it sounds good, let me know. If it sounds like complete trash, let me know also. If it does sound okay, we'll probably use this on Friday. Anyways, thank you for your help. So the article starts out with Starlink released a new cluster of commercial-grade priority internet plans created specifically for customers who need incredibly high internet speeds and those with numerous people on their network, like a business as such. It is also the most expensive plan Starlink has designed so far, ranging from $250 to $5,000 per month, in addition to a one-time hardware fee of $2,500. Starlink's high-performance kit includes a Starlink dish, power supply, a wall mount, Wi-Fi router, and all necessary cables and the base. Quote, with network priority, users can expect download speeds of up to 220 megabits, upload speeds of 25 megabits, and latency of 25 to 50 milliseconds, enabling high throughput connectivity for offices with 20 plus users, storefronts, and demanding workloads across the globe. Starlink's priority internet plans are great for businesses that utilizes a lot of data and are customizable depending on their needs. Each plan comes with unlimited standard data, network priority, as well as 24/7 customer support access. Can we all get 24/7 customer support access? No, we can't. Unless you pay up. It also comes with a public IPv4 address. That's really great if you want your own forward pointing or internet pointing IP address. Having an IPv4 address is awesome because if you need to access your internal LAN, your internal network, externally from the internet, you can get in because you have your own static IP. So that's pretty cool. It continues with Starlink is also offering mobile priority plans which boast high-speed global internet up to 220 megabits download for critical in-motion applications such as emergency response vehicles, shuttles, trucks, and buses. These plans start out at $250 per month for 50 gigabytes and cost $1,000 per month for 1 terabyte or $5,000 per month for 5 terabytes. The flat high-performance hardware has a one-time fee of $2,500. Now that's on discount. We'll get into that in just a second. And is resilient in harsh environments, has enhanced GPS capabilities, and can be permanently installed into vehicles. We're seeing that a lot on RVs now where they have those flat dishes on the top of the RV. And some of the RV manufacturers are now officially approved, let's say, to make those installations. Now the article finalizes with the mobile plan is recommended for maritime emergency responders and other mobile businesses and has 30-day trial period with a guaranteed full refund on hardware if not satisfied. So this is what is going on, but there's a lot more to it than that. So I want to get into the actual plans and break it down for you so that you know what you're buying or which one you should buy. I think that's what's most important here. Now, I got a letter in the mail from them, and it stated this. It says Starlink is now offering new service plans for both fixed and mobile users. New priority plans. It says Starlink priority plans are best for businesses and other high demand users at one location. One location. That's very important. Now starting at $250 per month, these plans include fast download and upload speeds, including during times of peak usage, priority customer support, and a public IP address, which we were just speaking about. After priority access is exhausted, the plan includes unlimited standard data. Now this is very important. Just like we were talking about before, you start out with that priority data. Maybe it's 50 gigabytes or 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes, 5 terabytes, however much you want, and that is in accordance to how much you pay per month, or you can buy it after the fact, kind of like an a la carte thing. But once that is exhausted, what they're saying, you go back to a standard service. So instead of getting that 220 megabits down, you're getting, let's say 100 megabits down or something along those lines. Now they also talk about their new mobile priority plans, and what it states is this. Starlink mobile priority plans provide high-speed internet while in motion around the world, whether on land or in the ocean. Now, this is important because the first plan that we're talking about does not have that. The priority is the mobile priority is the only one that allows you to be in motion. That is very, very, very important. Whereas the other ones are all stable or all geocentric or geolocated. In that location where you have addressed that dish to be, that is where you'll be able to use it. Or you can move it to another location, but it has to be, once again, fixed in that location. And then you will have speeds according to where you are at. Now, once again, they reiterate these plans start at $250 per month for 50 gigabytes of mobile priority data, which enables our fastest network speeds. Once again, 220 megabits. After using all mobility priority data, the plan includes unlimited standard data on land. this is once again important. Even though you have a mobile priority access or service, you are only able to move around with that dish while you have priority data available to you. And it has to do, once again, how much your plan gets. But once that plan no longer has priority data for that month, you are now locked in one location. This is very, very important. So if you want to be able to be on the ocean, let's say, and you're moving around all the time, or you want the dish to be on, let's say, your truck and you're driving throughout the US, or on your RV or wherever, and you're driving through Europe, whatever the case might be, once you exhaust that priority access, well, you now need to be in a fixed location. You will have unlimited standard coverage, but you will no longer have that priority. So your speeds will be cut in half, number one, and also your dish will no longer be able to be in motion. And that is a big deal. And I think there's people complaining about that. Once again, it says after using all mobility priority data, the plan includes unlimited standard data on land. So let me pull up the graphic so you can see what this looks like. You have standard, priority, mobile, and mobile priority. And as you can see here, for standard, you have unlimited high speed, low latency internet. Under priority, you see here under the key features, unlimited standard data. Then you have network priority support, and public IP. This is basically your faster speed. This is, instead of getting, let's say, that guaranteed of 100 megabits down, you're getting 220 megabits down, but you're also getting a couple of extra features. Those features are, you finally get support. Holy hell. So you get support, and you also get a public IP address or a static IP address. That is really important. Now, under mobility, which they used to call Roam, you can see that it's very similar to a standard service, but you have portability. So that means that you can now take your service and move it to any location on land and use it, which is really nice, and you have the ability to pause your service. That is an added functionality. So what they're seeing here is people that move their dish from place to place to place, a lot of times they are moving it to, let's say, a cabin in the woods somewhere, or they're going on different vacations and stuff. And having the ability to pause the service is kind of what you're actually paying extra for. We'll get into the prices of this stuff in just a second. Now, the last one is the mobile priority. Now, mobile priority is what it states here is it gives you that in motion or oceanic coverage or maritime coverage. And of course, you get the high speed access, which is that 220 megabits down. And you have your priority support, your 24/7 priority support, so you can actually reach out to someone. Now, what it doesn't say here is it doesn't cover a public IP address. So even though the prices are very similar, and I'll get into those in 1 second, you are not getting a public IP address with mobile priority, but with standard priority, you are. Why that is, I really don't know. All right. But that's something that I think that they should look into, because someone that is getting mobile priority, maybe they need a static IP address. Why is that not offered? All right. Anyways, now when it comes to price, the standard, which they used to call residential, is $120 per month. Now that is in a standard location, right? A most location is what they call it. But under high availability locations, meaning that there is a lot of service available in that location, maybe in really rural areas or in states where there's like no one around but cows, now it's $90 per month, which isn't too bad. The priority access is $250 per month, like we said, and that gives you 1 terabyte. If you want priority access that has more limit, let's say, or more data availability, you can pay $500 per month and you get 2 terabytes of data. And if you want to pay $1,500 a month, you will get 6 terabytes of data. It really depends on how much data you want. Once again, priority, priority, priority. Once the priority is gone, it moves you back over to standard. Bear that in mind. Now, when it comes to mobility, this allows you to move that dish anywhere on the continent, let's say. So if you have mobility in the US, you'll be able to move that dish anywhere in the US. It costs $150 per month. If you need to move the dish to a different country, for example, let's say you have the dish in the US and you're going to go on vacation for 3 months in Europe. Well, then you need mobility global. Now, this global mobility costs $200 $150 per month. So either which way, 150 or 200, 150 landlocks you into your continent, let's say, or in your country. And then 200 gives you the ability to go anywhere. Once again, full mobility. And that's just called global. Now, finally, we have mobility that's called priority. Once again, priority is everything these days. Mobility Priority is the only plan that allows you to use the service on the ocean, in the air, on vehicles, anything that has to do with motion. All right, that is the Mobility Priority Plan. Now, Mobility Priority starts at $250 a month, the same as the regular Priority Plan does, but you get 50 gigabytes. You do not get 1 terabyte like you do with the Priority on the stationary Priority. Once again, for $250 in Mobile Priority, you are getting only 50 gigabytes. Now, if you need more, 1 terabyte is $1,000 per month. That is a lot, guys. And if you need 5 terabytes of Mobile Priority, it will cost you $5,000 per month. Now, if you're running a cruise ship, well, who really cares? $5,000 is nothing, right? Chances are you're going to be paying a lot more of that because you're going to use more than 5 terabytes when you have a whole bunch of guests on your cruise ship, right? The same thing with planes and trains and any other type of vehicle that's moving around. Now, when it comes to, for example, let's say a FedEx truck, if they wanted to start using Starlink, they could. Now, how much data are they going to use? Probably not that much. 1 terabyte will be more than enough than any truck would use, period. Because they're sending small amounts of data all the time. A lot of it is text, or if it is a picture, it's a low resolution picture. So that would probably be enough. So let's say $1,000 per truck is probably what they would end up paying for Mobile Priority. So these are the monthly costs for the different packages. But of course, you have to pay for the actual unit itself. Now, the unit is where things get a little bit different. If you get a standard service, what they used to call residential, it is $600 or $599 for that kit, which comes with all of the stuff, the dish, the router, the cables, the mount, all the rest of the stuff. Now, if you want to get priority or a bigger dish or what they used to call commercial or business class, that priority dish is much larger. It is like 22 inches by like 21 inches. It's more square than rectangular, whereas the dish like what we use, or residential dish, is more like 21, 22 inches by like 15. So it's more rectangular, right? So the benefit of the larger dish is you can basically get coverage when the other dish doesn't. Meaning, let's say you're in severe weather. This will kind of cut through it. The reason being is you have a greater array of antennas on it. It's just simply bigger. It can see a bigger swath of the sky, let's call it, all right? But that's really about it. People have asked me, can you use like priority data using your standard dish? And the answer to that is yes. You're still going to get the 220 megabits for priority data regardless, whereas standard data, they're only guaranteeing 100 megabits per second, let's call it. So yes, you can do that. But buying the other dish is more conducive, once again, for someone that wants to make sure they have the best signal possible. Okay, that's why you would get that dish. The thing is that commercial or priority dish is $2,500. But they do have a discount during the month of May, and I'll share that with you before the end of this video. Let me get back to the rest of the prices. So when it comes to mobility once again allows you to take that dish wherever you want to take it on land. Now that mobility dish is the exact same dish as the standard plan. So it is $599 for the dish. Now the mobile priority dish is basically the same dish as the other priority dish. The only thing is it does not have a motor inside. So instead of it having that motor that allows it to change angles and spin 360 and be able to get to the right portion of the sky, the way it works is it's just simply flat. It's designed to be mounted on the top of a yacht. It's designed to be mounted on the top of an RV, on the top of whatever. Okay, it is 100% flat, but if I remember correctly, it is the same size. So it's basically the exact same dish, the same array, same larger dish. Let's call it 22 by 22, close to that. Basically, it's square in comparison to rectangular. So that is also $2,500. So these are expensive, and that's why I get, once again, those questions. Should I buy this new dish? Will it help with my speeds? And the answer is no. The plan is what helps with your speeds, not the dish. Does the dish help during really bad weather? Yes. Can it possibly give you a little bit of stronger signal, let's say? Yes. So there is benefits to it, but to me, for $2,500, it's not worth it. Now, the plan could be worth it if you are a business or if you need that. Absolutely. But the actual dish, I don't know. Now, saying that, I got a letter that said, hey, we're going to give you this offer. So instead of you spending $2,500, you will only have to spend $1,900 for that dish. We're going to give you $600 off for the entire month of May. Now, they sent this offer to my email, and it basically says, limited time offer. Customers who upgrade to a mobile priority service plan will be eligible for a $600 discount off the regular $2,500 price for the flat high performance Starlink, or a total of $1,900. This offer is only available through May 31st, 2023. So what this means is it gives you a discount off of the flat dish, not the priority dish, the one that has the motor in it. I don't think that there's a discount on that one. I could be wrong, but not according to this letter. It has to do with that flat high performance dish, period. $600 off if you need it. Now, a lot of people don't need it. Okay, and that's probably why they're offering it at such a discount. I do believe that we're going to see these dish go down lower and lower and lower in cost as they're able to make a greater number of them, and they're able to do it more efficiently and more, I would say, let's say cost effective for them. Because I know the first dish that came out, they were negative by like $1,000+ on those. Whereas now the new dish, the Generation 2s, it's a lot less. They're more feasible, let's say, for them to mass produce. So I think that's what's going to happen going forward. So out of all of these plans, which one is right for you? Now, I've said this in the past. I think that if you are someone that moves around a lot and you have a cabin in the woods and you are, let's say like me here in Florida, and then you go to Texas and you go to California and you're moving around and you want to be able to have this dish. In the past, you were able to get what they called portability. Portability was only $25 per month. So for a service of $110 plus the $25, we were able to pay $135 a month and be able to move our dish anywhere in the US. Well, they discontinued that. If you have portability, you can continue with it as being grandfathered in. But if you don't have it, you can no longer get it in the US. My understanding, in other countries, you might still be able to, but I'm sure it's not going to be there for very long. So if you have portability, in my personal opinion, keep it, because it is a little bit cheaper. It's about $15 cheaper. So instead of $135, now you have to pay $150 so that you can have that true portability, or as they call it, mobility or mobile service. You can move that dish anywhere in your country and still be able to use it on land, not in the ocean, right? But if you're in the UK and you are going to vacation in the US, for example, you're coming here to Florida for 2 months on vacation, let's say, and you want to bring your dish, well, at that point, you still need your mobile service, but instead of having the regional mobile service, you need to have global. And instead of $150, it's $200. So I would recommend anyone that is going to stay put in one spot to just simply get standard coverage, period. And if you can't get standard coverage because it's not available in your area yet, and there's still a waiting list in your area, get best effort. Best effort is going to be half the speed, but as soon as standard is available in your location, they will upgrade your account and you won't even know about it. They will just simply do it for you. They are that good when it comes to that. Now, when it comes to priority access, well, that is once again business or maritime. I don't care what they call it, but it is very, very expensive. $250 a month is a lot. You're looking at more than double what you're paying for a standard connection, let's say, but they are guaranteeing you double the speed. So if you are a business and you have a lot of users on your network at your location, well, then a business class, or as they call it, priority class, is probably right for you. But if not, I think the standard is still good. The reason being is they decided to not go through with that limitation or that data cap, Originally, they were going to do a data cap of 1 terabyte. I said that they weren't going to go through with it, and thank goodness I was right. So I hope you've gotten some value from this video. If you have, throw it a thumbs up. That would be very helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Click this little button so when I go live or when a new video comes out, you will be notified of it immediately. Also, down below, once again, let me know about these mics. Which sounds better? We're talking through the RE20 right now, and now we're talking through the lapel mic. Is it okay? I'm sure it's not going to be as good. Now we're back to the RE20. Let me know. This is very important. Also, down below in the comments, let's have a discussion about what service you're currently using and what dish are you using. Are you thinking about buying that new priority dish or the big one, the square dish, the one that's $2,500? Is that something that you are interested in, or do you think that the regular $599 dish is good enough for you? Let me know down below. Which one are you using, and also what kind of speeds are you getting? The entire community will benefit from your information, so let's have this discussion down below. Finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something there that you might like, and if there is, please pick it up and support me and my family. That's it, guys. I'm out of here for another vlog. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you all.